Although my employer was ordered by the Ministry of Labor to pay me 30x dollars, my win ultimately made me no longer employable as a social worker because the system doesn't like hiring people who have a history of standing up for their rights. I had no idea how I was going to make a living now or how I was going to find fulfillment. I was emotionally and mentally deteriorating, suffering from extreme anxiety, depression, and paranoia. The turnaround guy, Scott Gallagher, steps in and helped me understand that the source of my depression and hopelessness actually had nothing to do with my career situation. He said my real problem was that I was dangerously isolating and that my soul deeply craved and needed to experience daily face to face human connection with new people. My 1111 agreement was created and offered to me by Scott to give me an incentive to cause this result of meeting with a new person face to face each and every day. In this agreement, I was given a way to earn 2 hours of Scott's time every morning before 11:11 a.m. without ever having to pay him any money. I guess you could say that I was a pro bono passion project of Scott's. Here's the actual agreement. I must achieve one of the two specific results each and every day. And in the event that I fail for even one day to accomplish at least one of these two results, my 1111 agreement immediately and irrevocably.
Pause. Oh my God, I just saw something. Before then, somewhere, John, if it, because I'm just starting to get bored myself. Like I was in. I think I should have said, if you already know if you already know you want to talk to us and don't need to read the rest of my story, click here. Where does that get said? Scroll up, both of us. Let's decide, all three of us. It's before the agreement.
Probably somewhere here. I don't know.
No, above there, or I think above there. Turnaround guy steps in and helped me understand the source of my hopelessness and it actually had nothing to do with my career situation. This same turnaround guy, Scott Gallagher, or something like that, I now have access to, or right there, it's like you're just saying right in it. Because the bottom line is, I now have access to Scott Gallagher. The same guy that helped me get out of the system is working side by side with me for free. That means free for you, free for me, unconditionally for free. So I can be that sounding board for you and allowing you to move through transition at the right pace for you. Let's talk. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Is there any happy dances other than me? No. Wasn't that awesome though, Johnny?
Yeah.
Like it's like exactly what the offer is. You could definitely word it better. Okay, good. So keep reading the story. So and then it's like, so why is that? Okay, so and then below the button is like, so why is that possible? Why is it that Scott is helping you for free? Why are we helping you for free? Well, it's about my 1111 agreement, right? What's that? Then the rest of it. Then the rest of it. Okay. Keep reading, John, from where we read. And we'll send an edit of this conversation right now to Johnny for later, too.
Okay.
Where we left off.
I must achieve one of the two specific results each and every day. And in the event that I fail for even one day to accomplish at least one of these two results, my 1111 agreement immediately and irrevocably terminates with Scott. Result option number one, I must reach out to strangers I don't know on Facebook, inviting them to be my guest in the multi-camera live streaming studio Scott created for me. And we had to be live before 11:11 a.m. on my guest's timeline, not mine. Result option two, if I don't have someone to broadcast with that particular morning, then I must go live on my own timeline until someone other than Scott posts a comment while I'm actually live. Likes don't count. I needed to broadcast until someone starts interacting with me in the form of a conversation. The reason I had to do this by 11:11 a.m.
Okay. I need to insert something there. It had to be in the form of the conversation. Like, why was that so important? And then tell them what we already told them. It was like I was isolated again. I was isolating so deeply, and having daily human connection for free, like with another human being. That's why we never charge for 1111, and we never will. It's about human connection, and a way that I get that, and that way it opens the door later in the story that there's multiple ways that I can give you, I do my human connection, my daily connection, but that'll all be in the soap opera email sequence, right? If they say no and they don't respond to the social worker offer or whatever, there's still more things that we could drip on them later as we have, you know, as we get there, whenever we get there. Is that clear? And do you guys see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you see? I'm not convinced. Sometimes I talk too fast.
Well, I gotta listen to it again, of course, but I'm just saying, I think I get what you're saying is as we're now reading the story out loud, or John is, you're seeing that,
I'm seeing the places where people are getting bored. And guess what? I bet
Yeah.
you they I saw where they pop out in Kartra as well. Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot. I saw that this morning. They stay up at 50% or 75%, stay up to the very beginning of the story or something. And then they drop out at the call to action. Like there's hardly anybody seeing the call to action. So yeah. Good. What I'm saying is consistent with the stats I saw this morning.
Yeah.
I just saw that now. So we're recording this. That's what matters, right? So we don't have to do anything. We just got to edit it properly. And it's like, okay, revision on the homepage. This is the conversation. Boom. Samina submits, you know, that video edit. So we can do, so you could go to this, Johnny, whenever you feel like it, right?
Mhm.
Just tighten up this thing anyway, you know, whatever comes to you after listening to this. Keep going. Did we read the whole story yet?
No.
no.
Let's finish reading the story.
The reason I had to do this by 11 a.m. was that, like most depressed people, I tended to sleep very late. This agreement forced me to get up early so that I could get everything ready and started by 11 a.m. Today, nearly 4 years later, this agreement
See, there's no point talking about the depression unless I'm going to say the daily human connection. The theory was that the daily human connection would, you know, break through my depression instantly. That's what Scott said, because it had done so for him in his work helping addicts for free in, you know, the 12-step model. See, I think that'd be a good place to add that.
Okay.
Right. See, the agreement forced me to get up so early that I could start at 11:11. The people don't care about that. You know, we do. We find it interesting, but they don't care about that. I'm feeling myself like starting to get bored now. So I'm just tightening it up here. Today, nearly 4 years later, this agreement continues to fuel my soul in ways I find impossible to explain because there are so many. Anyway, keep reading, John.
And because I've continued to honor my 11/11 agreement every day since April 21st, 2017, I'm at over 1,300 days in a row so far. I still get 2 hours of Scott's time every single day.
Okay, bam, that hook, I never even got to see that. And that should go way up there somewhere. Because I've honored, well, let me first say, why do you get this for free? Why is it all free? Well, let me tell you why I get Scott's time for free first, right? That now I'm hooked again. I've honored my 11 agreement every day since April 21st. I'm at over 1,300 days in a row so far, and I still get 2 hours of Scott's time every day, so long as I continue to honor the agreement. If I ever miss a day, agreement is done, right? Wow, now I'm like, wow, what the fuck is this agreement? Let me hear it. Now you're telling me about the agreement and going live on someone else's timeline and all that shit. Now all of a sudden it's like, wow, this is interesting. This makes sense. The agreement was designed to cause Samina to not be a victim, but to cause for herself what she most needed for herself, was to be talking to a new person every morning before she started her marketing, before she started her work, before she started anything. She had to connect with a new person every day. And, you know, even though back then I was more vulnerable, I need that connection today just as much as I did back then. And the screen share, and tell me why that's true, Samina.